A woman was suddenly groped on her bum on the underground. Without any hesitation, the woman screamed that the man had molested her, but the people around her looked at her ugly face and chose to remain silent. Seeing that no one believed her, she had to drag the man to the police station. But, unexpectedly, the police looked at Lisa's face and thought she was just being unreasonable, and then saw the man was still insulting her. Lisa could no longer suppress her anger and grabbed him by the hair. Luckily, the officer was able to stop the situation before it escalated. Lisa wanted to charge him with indecent assault, but then a police officer suddenly stood up and said that Lisa was also guilty of assault. She was the victim, but because of her looks, she had no choice but to swallow her anger. In fact, Lisa was quite cute as a child. That's why she got the chance to perform on stage so many times. She wanted to be a star when she grew up, but as she got older, her face went astray. Even her own mother thought she was too noisy. She thought she'd look better when she grew up, but after junior high school, her face became uglier and uglier. This also attracted the ridicule of her classmates. Until college, her only advantage of height became a disadvantage. Since then, her personality became more and more introverted. Her dream of becoming a big star was gradually dashed. One night after she turned 30, she happened to see a star perform on TV. It instantly reminded her of her childhood dream. So she took out the makeup she hadn't used in a long time and put on some heavy eye makeup. She put on a diamond-studded mask and a sexy uniform. In the virtual world of the internet, she became famous for her dance moves and her perfect body. She became the masked girl of millions of geeks. When she returned to real life, she became an ordinary person who was stared down by society. That day, the good-looking female colleague in the company just made a few cups of instant coffee for her male colleagues and was praised for the different taste of coffee made by good-looking people. This also made Lisa and her girlfriends gradually become jealous of them, and they could only vent their frustration through chatting apps. But not every man cares about his looks. The company's male boss is a different kind of man. Not only is he handsome, but he also values his employees' abilities at work. When a female colleague offers him coffee, he just refuses. But even the most perfect man has a flaw. And so does his boss. That's the wedding ring flashing on his ring finger. But that didn't seem to affect Lisa's crush. What Lisa didn't realize was that her boss was also a narcissist. Every day, he would take out a picture of his abs to admire. Lisa even thought of plastic surgery in order to have a romantic encounter with her boss. She kept looking at her nose and face in the mirror. She couldn't help but fantasize about her perfect self after plastic surgery. At the end of the party, Lisa had the courage to ask her boss to give her a lift. They were sitting in the back together when the minister's wife called, but he lied that he was traveling home alone. This caused ripples in Lisa's mind. She wondered if the minister had a crush on her too. In order to solve her doubts, after returning home, she began to ask her fans on the air, why did her married boss take the bus home with her but hide it from his wife? The netizens, in order to please Lisa, they kept saying that the boss must be interested in her. This also gave her great inner satisfaction. The dignity she lost in reality was restored in the live broadcast. That day, she saw a female colleague being reprimanded by her male boss when she made a mistake at work. This made Lisa even more convinced that the male boss was not the kind of man who only cared about physical appearance. He likes women with inner beauty like herself. That night, Lisa took the